Good day everyone, I'm Mark Joseph Silabordo from BSC 15. I will discuss for today's is about the social bond theory, social reaction theory, and labeling theory. Lagi natin tandaan na there are no limits what you can accomplish except the limit yourself in your own thinking.
First, what is social bond theory? According to my research, it was theorized by Travis Hirschi in 1969. This theory views crime as a result of individuals with weakened bonds to social institutions. According to Willy Olivieri, social bond theory posits that offending behavior is caused by weakened or broken social bonds with the law-abiding people and institutions. To explain that, the social bond theory is if the person is the lack of bond in the community, they tend of being a criminal because the person feeling is lonely and they lot of time to think bad things to do others, because if the person have a social bond in the community, they know how to make friends, treat their families, bond with families, friends, and other members of communities. So that in social bond theory is the very important that if the person has they know how to bond in the community, they help the person to avoid of being criminal or thinking bad things, because the important is they know how to bond in the community to adjust and to learn how to bond, create relationship to the friends, families, and other people to avoid influencing or thinking bad things to others. According to this theory, there are 4 elements of social bond. First, attachment. Second, commitment. Third is involvement. And fourth is belief. I will discuss first is attachment. According to my research, attachment refers to the degree to which individuals care about the opinions of others. This means that people's action depend on how the importance people's in his life. To explain that, the very important that the person they know to attach his family, friends, and the member of community, because if the person have attachment to a family, friends, and the member of community, they know how to treat and they want to break the they don't want to break the relationship between his family, friends, and the member of community. They know how to care the person we attach. If the person don't have this attachment, they tend to being a criminal. So that the important is to practice to attach every people, family, and friends. I give an example number 1 to attachment. First, a person who does not want to hurt or disappoint his parent would not do something that will bring pain, embarrassment, and disappointment to his family. He would strive to be a good person because he wants his family to be proud of him. So that you can see an example that I given, they does not want to hurt his family. And this person, on this example, they do all good things and give their best to protect the relationship within his family and to give love, all love to his family, to protect the relationship created to his family. They do our best to be proud of his family, and they focus on, example, they focus on his studies and dream to finish his studies, so that this person have those not time to think anything or bad things, because they focus on the protection of his relation between attachment of his family, friends, and the community. Example number 2 to attachment. Caring and mutual trust between people is important because committing a crime will potentially let me down. That you can see an example number 2, that if the person have a mutual trust to the person, they help to not being a criminal. Because if the person, according to my research, if the persons did not trust on the people in the community, family, friends, they think different bad things to do his person because they don't have trust to his person. So that if the persons trust or create relations, example is me and other people, and I create the relationship between other people, I know how to treat, I know how to attach, and I know how actions I doing to other peoples to protect the relationship and to do good things, not bad things, to protect the attachment of others. Second is, I will discuss about the commitment. According to my research, commitment is time, energy, and expended in conventional actions such as getting an education and saving money for the future. If people build a strong commitment to conventional society, they will be less likely to engage in acts that jeopardize their hard-won position. And according to my research, this includes doing what is right and keep promises. An example of commitment is future, career, success, and personal goal. To explain about the commitment, that if the person have a mindset of commitment, they know what action they do, good or bad things. They give a lot of time, energy to as a situation that they want to do and they want to accomplish. They know what is the right and what is the wrong, and they give a promises to a situation, to himself and others. Examples about commitment. Example number 1. A person who wants to succeed in life would endeavor to get good grades in school, finish his college education, preferably in a prestigious universities, and would aspire to get reputable employment from reputable institutions. Because he's committed to his ambitions, he will be less likely to get involved in illegal activities because they might to derail his plan for his life. That you can see in example that I given about the commitment is the person involved in example number 1, they commit herself to finish studies, to inspire people, and to achieve her dream. They give a lot of time, energy, money to the person involved in the example number 1 to achieve and to get his dream. So that you can see an example, if the person have the mindset like the example number 1, they don't have time to think bad things and others not important things, because they focus to achieve, to inspire people and to help his family. So that if the person commit, they promises to finish this and to accomplish, so that if the person have the mindset to commit and to appreciate every time, to do the important things, not importance, they avoid of being a criminal. Example number 2 about commitment. As individual, we have to commit that we must follow the different laws and rights in our community. And if we will not follow those rights, they give a punishment or end up the prison those did not follow. So that as individual, people, they need to follow the rules of our community and participate to avoid problems and live happily and prosperously.
So that the example number 2 I given is all the members of community, they commit herself to follow uh, different rules, the bonding, to avoid the wrong or misunderstanding of the relationship of every people in the community. Example, me as a member of community, I need to follow the different that rules I have in this community to avoid the punishment and misunderstanding and go to jail. So that if the person they appreciate what are the rules and the regulation of community, they avoid of being criminal because they mindset to commit and promises to follow the different rules and appreciate other people, and they commit our time selves to his life to live happily and prosperously. The third is involvement. According to Merriam-Webster, according to my research, involvement is the act or an instance of involving someone or something. According to Joshua Eric Cook, involvement is the more time spent involved in conventional activities, the less time personnel has to engage in deviance. Example of involvement: schools, activities, sports, community, and organization. To explain about involvement is if the persons have been involved in different activities like basketball, watching movies, reading books, studies, they can help to avoid of being criminal because they involved in different activities that can help to enhance himself, and those not time to think other things that does not importance. If the person involved in this kind of different activities, they help himself to develop her skills, knowledge, and so forth. I give examples about involvement. Example number 1. According to Travis Hershey, says that those person who involved in any sports, watching movies, or reading books, or others, those people automatically away from bad activities because they don't have free time to think about bad activities. So that I can say later that if the person involved in different activities like sports, watching movie, it can help to avoid of being a criminal person because the time and herself involved in these activities, and they focus to do this kind of activities and have those not time to think another things that not important. I give another example. Example number 2. Travis Hershey says that when you don't involve in any kinds of activities, then automatically weak involvement lead to uncontrolled or criminal activities. To explain that, if the persons did not participate in any kinds of sports, watching movies, or reading books, they tend of being a criminal because they feel his or herself that they are lonely, and they can feel depression, anxiety that can lead to think that persons to do bad things. They go to uncontrolled doing bad things because himself are did not involved in different such activities in the community, family, friends, sports, swimming. That very important that as a individual person, they learn to involve ourselves to mailabas yung stress sa ating katawan at maiwasan natin ang gantong sitwasyon. Last is belief. According to my research, Travis Hershey says that when you have a strong belief or religion, then you automatically avoid to commit delinquent acts because every religion teach us to spread peace and everywhere. Example of religion is to honesty, morality, fairness, and responsibility. For explain that about the belief is if the persons have a belief to God, they have not doing bad things because they learn to different religions to spread peace and love to all people and to our community. They know how to appreciate, do good things, and help other people and give love to other people. But if the persons have lack of belief and connection of God, they can be a criminal. So that as a individual person, they need to trust in God, do good things to others, and appreciate and give love, and spread love and spread peace in our community. I give examples about belief. Example number 1. Whatever religion we belong to, every religion teach us and stop from bad activities. Religion says that if we do good acts, we will get heaven, but act leads to hell. That you can see the examples given about belief is every religion teach to spread peace and stop bad activities. Every religion, this is the goal, to spread love and stop bad activities, because every religion, they want to get their peace. Even there have differences in every religion, but their focus is to spread love, peace, and stop bad things. Now, I will discuss about the social reaction theory. First, what is social reaction theory? According to my research, social reaction theory states that people become criminals when significant member of society label them and they accept those labels as a personal identity. This theory is more commonly called labeling theory. Social reaction theory. This theory is focused on how the community label other person, and the person accept what the community says, and these persons they tend up being a criminals and do bad things because the community label them. I give examples about the social reaction theory. First, if this person is an ex-convict and is the member of community, and this community label this person, that this person they want to change his life, and this community label this person that how they know this person before, and this person they want to change his life because they finish the punishment in the jail, and this after they go out on the jail, this community continues to label again this person that they want to change his life, so that if the community continues label this person they tend to accept again what the community label his or her life, and this person have tend to continues again what they are doing before, so that for me the large effect the label of the community to the person. Now we go to discuss about the labeling theory. First, what is labeling theory? According to my research, labeling theory was created by Howard Becker in 1963. Labeling theory takes the view that people become criminals when labeled as such when they accept label as a personal identity. Labeling theory state that people come to identify and behave ways that reflect how others label them. So that to explain what is labeling theory is most likely about the social reaction theories. The same process of label, but in the labeling theory is the community can affect other person of being a criminal or being a criminal because the committee labeled the person that the committee see to this person or other member of committee what the community see on other person they label themselves even is not true, and this the person have labeled by community they tend to accept what the community says, and the ending is this person accept the label of the community is this person is tend of being a criminal and doing bad things to others because of the committee label himself. That you can see on my report the consequences of labeling jury. First picture is community, second picture is the arrow, and the third picture is the person's lonely, depressed because of the community affects the label to his person, and this person they tend to accept what the committee says. That you can see in my presentation in the third picture. Yes, I'm a criminal, self labeling, so that the community is a large effect to this person because they accept what the community says to this person. That you can see in my report. Yes, I'm a criminal. They accept what the community says or label, and they have chance to join. That you can see third picture. I will join other criminals. They tend to large the population of being criminals because of the label of community to other persons. Lastly, I will discuss about the deviants. According to Edwin Lemert, there are two kinds of deviant that affect identity. First, I will describe what is deviance. According to my research, deviance is a violation of social, conventional, and rules. It refers to behavior that is not conformity with the social acceptable code conduct. Means that the deviants or the deviance people, they do things that difference to the normal people doing in the society. But the deviance and crime have differences because deviance not punishable, crime is punishable. Example of crime is murder, robbery, and example of deviance doing is yung pananigrilyo, paglalakad sa wrong road lang. Tapos deviance is the deviant people, they do things that the community did not accept because of the differences of what is doing to the natural community. First, I will discuss primary and secondary deviant. First, I will discuss and give a meaning about primary and secondary deviance. First, primary deviance is a violations of norms that does not result in any long-term effect on individual self-image interaction with others. Secondary deviance occurs when a person's self-concept and behavior begin to change after his or her actions labeled as deviant member of society. I give examples that we can see about the differences of primary deviance and secondary deviance according to my research. First is they have mother and child go to the mall and grocery, and his child get some candies that they not know of his mother, and the mother caught his child that they get some candies on the grocery, and the mother told to his child that all candies get back to the paralalagyanan ng pinagkuhanan niyang candy, ibalik. At the mother told his child that do not doing again because it's bad, and this child get back all the candies, and the next day hindi na ito na ulit. Yun masasabi natin na primary deviance yun. Tapos masasabi natin secondary deviance is example is the child and his mother, and this child is continuously doing this kind of issue, or getting some candies and other activities, that is secondary deviance. Thank you so much, and I hope you understand my report that I discussed today. And thank you, and God bless.